And let's see what's going on with this damn 6-horse carburetor parts. I've been soaking for a long time. That side looks good. Oh yeah. You can probably maybe see that. Before it used to be dark brown in there, remember? Now it's nice and shiny. So you may remember this hose off that primer pump I put in. A little bit bigger than the nipple, and it was probably gonna leak. So what I'm gonna do is warm it up and stretch it out to fit. Stretching it out, make the inner diameter smaller. Right there, much better fit. Perfect. All right, carb's back on, everything's back on. The primer pump hoses are all hooked up, carb hoses hooked up. Okay, it's a Mikuni carburetor primer for jet skis. Pretty cool. Let's see how she works. It's probably not going to take much. There it goes, boy. It's got a little air in it. That's probably more than enough. Wonder why it's sucking air. I don't want to flood this thing. All right, let's give it a shot. Should fire right up. We can get past that damn pull start squealing like it does. I hate squealing pull starters. Just hit it with the drill first. I can't take all that smoke with the shit I got going on. I gotta move that piece back. Is that Phillips head, bolt, or regular? What was that? Flathead. Way down here. Now see, it doesn't even hit. Remember where it was? It was way down here. It wasn't even hitting on that damn thing. Well, let me bring it up start position. I didn't touch nothing. Oh yeah, freaking things. I hate these things. Is she idling high? Yeah, this linkage isn't going all the way down. It's stopping. See that little bit right there? That's why they had that thing moved all the way down, because the linkage is a little bit screwy. So this is cable. Let's see if we can adjust it. Shouldn't be that difficult. Oh, there's also in the handle, right? Isn't there an adjustment idle in the handle? Let's see. Oh, she down there now. I think that's all the way. Tighten this a little bit more. Now let's see what we got. that hose I got on there is just spinning. Let me see if I can find a little clamp and clamp that baby down. All right, I got one on there. It's at 1.5. Man, it sounded like freaking something down here was rubbing, like metal. I don't know if you could hear that on the camera. Usually these cameras are pretty good at picking up metal sounds. Let me check out this high speed real quick again. I'm off now because everything moved. See, I had to push it again. I had to push it into position. I gotta try to adjust this again. It should be pretty good to go. Look how, you know, that's how tight the cable is. It's good cable. I'm not getting it. See there, I gotta pull this thing. Let me try it right there and see. It's not rocket science. Boom, handle is tight, full throttle, and it won't go back down now to, see, there's still a little bit of slop. See, you can see this piece right here going clunk, 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 like it's wore out. It's actually moving back and forth instead of pivoting. See, you can hear it. Trust me. Is it missing something? Or just wore out? I can see, I think there's like a nylon washer in there maybe. Look at that. That little bit of crap will screw everything up. I have to check the schematic and see what's supposed to go in there. So at this point, I'm right at full throttle. Everything's looking good. My pin on the shaft is perfectly horizontal or vertical. I always say horizontal for some reason. I'm right under the mark on the timing. It's right behind it as it rolls up. Carb starts to open just past it. Could probably be a little bit tuned in, a little bit better. Let's see where we're at here. See, when I push on the linkage, so when I push on this, what I'm doing is closing the butterfly. because right now nothing is, you know, it's high on the cam. This screw isn't even making contact at this point. I'm out a couple of turns, probably 2.5 turns out, but that's the way I, you know, slow it down a little bit, lean it out, or richen it up. I'm just wondering, you know, stuff, like I've said, stuff gets old, you know. Is this thing, you know, stretched out, old, swollen, you know, fatigued? And or another thing, can the roller be replaced with a smaller size roller? That would help. Or this linkage piece a hair longer. I'll show you what I mean here. God, I hate that thing. See, it's still down where I had it pushed. See, I'm closing the carb. Maybe the carb was stuck a little bit. I don't know. See that? That's funny. It's funny how when all I have to do is push on the butterfly and the carb, it stays right there. It doesn't come back to position. This screw is not even touching anything. As soon as I tighten that screw in, boy, that carb wants to open up. And it's hanging open right now because of this linkage. Look at that. Anyway, it just needs to be tuned in, dialed in, and tweaked. And that's from me pushing on it. That's from me pushing on it. Let's bring it up to start position. Let's see, the way this thing is set up, I'm going to loosen this up here. I think that'll bring us back down. Loosen this handle, idle, speed, control. I think that's what that thing is in there. All right, see if we can dial it in. Well, that didn't bring us down any. Oh, boy, that brought us way up, though. So it must have helped. That's as far as it wants to go. I'm a little lower down there. Still good. Yeah, not bad on my high speed. It's a little shorter. I'm going to adjust that cable again. Yeah, let's see what we got here now. I'm up there. And I'm down there. Much more than where it was at. But that might be the spot. Oh yeah, that's the spot, baby. I'm gonna start over on this carb. All right, seated. One. That's right, half down. It's got to be facing down the clamp. Okay. And we give it a little dash. A little bit. A little bit more. Probably gonna need a little bit more, but let's see what happens. Alright, let me check this high speed again. Ooh, just a little bit off. Right here's your roll pin. Stuck in that shaft. That holds the butterfly on in there, the throttle butterfly. And when it's perfectly horizontal, damn it, I said it again. When it's perfectly vertical, straight up and down, the butterfly is perfectly horizontal for full throttle. Cam follower or roller is at the very end, and you can't see it in that picture because I got to move the camera up. Right, here's the end, here's the roller. So back down here, we're right behind the mark on the cam, right at the mark. Now the roller's not rolling because it's so slight. But it's fine, you know. That's the other thing too. In these old motors, you can go by the manual all day long and beat your brains out. Set it to where she likes it. Let her run at her pace. Wherever she likes it, that's what she wants to be. It's, you know, you're only going to be a little bit off with this and that and the other. Nothing is ever perfect, and especially older motors. You know, when you're reading a manual, that's for a motor that just came out of the factory. You know, that's not for, you know, 30, 40, 50-year-old motors. It's a guideline, but it doesn't always work. It does not always work. You just a hair will change it so much. That butterfly's in there going like this. is the hair. Alright, I think that's going to do it for me today. We're just about there. I don't even know what episode this is. This part what? Stage what? I think it's going to be fine. A little tweaking here and there. The primer pump works great. 15 bucks, whatever it was. She's coming along. She's coming along good. You know, plus it's a bigger carb now. It's not a 6-horse anymore. It's a good 7.5 at least. Anyway, I think it's going to be cool, man. It should rip. You know, little 6 now, 7.5, 7.9. I don't know. Well, you know, see, the only way to really compare it is to run it before and after on the same boat, but that's going to be impossible to do. I like the primer. Just had to get all that air out of there. I'm sure that one squirt is all these things need. Clean up, get the pressure washer out. The van needs to be pressure washed too. Get this thing cleaned up. It's filthy. And find out what's going on down with that gear case.
Oh yeah, baby.